For the good project, I'm really deciding between two different projects, and they both have various pros and cons to them. So ultimately, it's just going to be what works out best for me and what I think I can ultimately do the most good, I guess. In the first idea that I'm having is that I would volunteer at the Humane Society that we foster a lot of our kittens from. And mainly what I'd be doing is walking dogs, because they always have dogs that they need to be walked, and they would need volunteers to do that, because otherwise their workers would have to take time away from them, their jobs, to really, to walk the dogs, take care of them, make sure they get enough exercise. And if they have to take time away from their job to do that, then they can't fill out whatever forms they need to fill out. They can't make sure that the kittens and puppies and the other animals are being treated properly, that they're getting what they need. They can't spend as much time working with the public trying to get these animals adopted. They can't spend as much time like working with vets, working on getting them spayed and neutered. And so that's mainly the good reason why I'm deciding to. And then some of the other pros that I have are that we have like a connection with them already, so it'd be easier for me to get like my foot in the door. It's close to me, and it's really flexible on a lot of like times of when I can come and volunteer. And like the only real con that I can say is that I feel like I could do like maybe something more impactful than that, but I think it's a good option that I can have for this project, and I think it would be really helpful, and it meets like one of the big things that I care about is that it's like something that I actually care about, and I'm connected to this organization. And then the second project idea that I have is that I would volunteer at my church's like I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like, it doesn't really have a name. We call it like a food window, and pretty much it's like outside of our church. Our church is in St. Louis, and in one of the windows of the church there's like the kitchen to the church, and so we are able to hand out food every day. I think it's from 9 to 10:30, and I'll get to that, like why that might be an issue. We hand out food from 9 to 10:30 every day, every day, like even weekends, and it's a pro because I think it'd be a lot more impactful than just like walking the dogs. I'm already connected to the church. I haven't been like as active in a while. I haven't done a lot of volunteering through it besides like the soup kitchen that I go to, and I've already done a lot of stuff, like I understand how important like giving food out is to people, and so I feel like doing this is kind of like a natural like progression, and me continuing volunteering. I understand like that there's a lot of people in the St. Louis area who are unfortunate, don't really have access to like stable source of food a lot of the times, and so like if I can provide that through this through this project, that'd be good. And it also meets like the volunteering at like the animal shelter meets the like my requirement of that I'm like I have like a personal attachment, or I feel like this is an important thing. And mainly like the only real con that I have is that like I would have to plan with the person on when I would go. I mean, I already have an in with them too, but a lot of the times they have other organizations that come in and work in this, or they already have volunteers. And like the other main issue is the time. Like I said, it's from 9 to 10:30, and I know our class starts at 11, and it takes like a good like 30 minutes for me to get from my house to the church, and so that would be cutting it close for class time. So I would really have to decide whether or not that'd be something I could do. When I talked to like my pastor about this, he floated out the idea that maybe I could like, depending on the day, stay in the church and just do class there, but it would just really depend on what day, and it'd be a lot more like planning and organization going to this part of like this idea than it would be for like the animal shelter. And those are like the two main ideas that I have, and I think that in the next few days I'll really decide on which one I want to do. I did a lot more research and like the planning for the soup window, but yeah,